The shrine, there were more people than you'd imagine, even living in Higurashi. Oh, conducting off areas and setting up tent frameworks, chatting amongst themselves. Alright, where's Mion? The liveliness of the room didn't make it easy to look for her. I searched around as if I already worked there, and suddenly the principal called out to me. You know, it should be easy to, figure out where she is. Green hair, man. If it isn't my Baraka. Interesting. How do you come to help with the Watanagashi settlement? Hello. Yes, I was just wondering if there was anything I could help with. How commendable your attitude is. Feel free to sweat to your heart's content. I don't think he ever gets an actual character portrait, the principal. In the anime, he's like, the only distinct thing I can remember is, well, he's bald, isn't he? But, it's like, I don't know. He just doesn't have an actual character portrait in the novels. So we don't really get to know what, the actual creators of the characters actually intended for him to look. Unless, they signed off on, oh yeah, the anime version, this is how we want him to look. Actually, I think there might have been, I don't know, I have no idea. Sometimes some characters have actually had, character changes where their appearance looks different in different types of media, a manga version could have them looking different, anime version could have them looking different. It's just confusing with, minor characters, essentially, that don't really play a big role in the whole thing. Well, actually, the principal does play a bit of a more significant role, I think, in the next question arc. But for the most part, he's just kind of, the principal. He's kind of in the background, usually. Spurred on by the principal, I came upon a group of people setting up tents. Oh, what's this? It's my Mara-chan. Did you come all the way to help us? I haven't found Mion yet, but I suppose I just get in her way about running to her. Yeah, I'm here to help. Just tell me where you need me. You young ones have all the vitality. Here, grab some work clothes. Ever built a tent before? Nope, never. Delighting in teaching a new skill to someone younger, plenty of people happily taught me all sorts of things. Man, they'd have a field day with me then. They'd be like, oh, he's a total noob at this. Yes, I get to pass on knowledge. Okay, kid, go inside a tent and tie up just cords for the top. After that, we'll stand it up and tie the rest for it. No fly knots okay, right? There and there. All done. We're standing it up. 1, 2, 3. What was once nothing more than a collapsed tent was raised on both splendid legs before my eyes and gave moments. Well, seeing it put together like this is actually pretty moving. Come on, no time to stand and wonder. We've got a lot more to do. Get back the tents into their trucks, so go get them from there. They're heavy, so take someone with you. I'm good, I may look scrawny, but I'm actually pretty strong. Wow! They look like nuts of what they were, but they're heavy. That's why I told you to help someone help. Come on, said the man, lifting it up with a grunt and taking it away under his arm. Either I'm weak or these old guys all have superhuman strength. Let's go, you're the youngest one here, so we're gonna make you sweat for it. Do your best. Beer after work is the best. I'm a minor. What is the legal drinking age in Japan anyway? Sweat dripped from my body. I had been fully and completely absorbed in helping them. I would never have thought the cold barley tea from the women's society could taste this delicious. That's the thing, really, isn't it? It's like, I remember, when I'd, go to the gym, I really should, go to the gym more often. But it's a pain in the ass just getting to the gym, And to catch the bus, for example. Just, it's freaking costly, But, I remember, times where, after, working up the sweat, it'd be like, oh, Jesus Christ. When you have a drink, it doesn't matter what it is. It'll taste fucking delicious. That's one of those examples, where if you're just drinking water, you don't care. It's for me, it's like water just doesn't have much of a taste to it, but you know, after doing something like that, drinking water just feels like you really appreciate the taste a lot more. Even though it's like, it doesn't really have much of a taste to it to begin with, it just feels more refreshing. But whatever, I would never have thought to kill my friends. You're so young, make sure you drink all this. Thank you. It was then that I realized the crowd had formed near the shrine away below. When I took a closer look, I saw a girl dressed in a shrine maiden garb and a handful of old men looking like they were preparing for the ceremony to begin. Is that Rika-chan? Hey, Rika-chan! Do your best! I shouted and it seemed like she heard me. Rika-chan, possibly exploding with vitality, answered with a smile. The other guys with me watched Rika-chan as well with distant gazes. Rika-chan is doing a great job. She seems far more used to this than she did last year. She seems far more used to this than she did last year. The old woman who gave me the tea last month looked like she had prayers in her hands and legs. Rika-sama, we thank you, we thank you. And just like that began to respectfully pray to her. I just remembered that they call it the Frude Shrine. Wasn't Rika-chan's full name Rika Frude? The man standing next to me answered my question. That's right, Rika-chama's Frude clan is ancient and honorable and has worshipped Oyashiro-sama for generations. But I always got the feeling she wasn't quite your average person, but it turned out she was from an esteemed family. After her father, who was a shrine priest, died the year before last, she's really been doing her best to learn the rituals. I wish the priest could have been here to see how wonderfully she's grown up. What? Rika-chan's father passed away? Okay, break time is over. Let's get the chairs we're not using back to the gym in Okinawa. Nagi-san, pull the hunk around here and take a few people with you. Alright, my Marako, let's get to work on one last job. We have no distinct voices. Yeah. They're gonna make me do more work. I can't tell if they know mine or not, but the older man, old Mion, encouraged me to do my best, and that beer will be great. I imagine it's like I said, you know, it's like after, you know, like working up a lot of sweat, doing a lot of like that, essentially, whether it be exercising, physical labor, it's like after that, you drink something and it'll be actually wonderful. Keiichi-chan, working hard, I see. I passed by Mion. She was carrying a big cardboard box. It looked like she was right in the middle of working as well. Judging by the sweat seeping into her sweat, it seemed I wasn't the only one wherever his hands were. Yeah, I'm working my ass off. You work hard too. The beer's gonna be great. Well, I worked to the bone until the sun began to set and it started to cool enough. It was soon full-fledged night and the clear sound of the Higurashi eased the moderate pain I felt. But then he felt the pain in his head because the Higurashi were freaking loud. The older guys began their night before drinking party in a tent a fair bit off, causing quite a ruckus. The shrine grounds, on the other hand, had turned into a lonely road tickled by the cool evening breeze, despite being so festive just a little while ago. But that reminds me, like in ancient times, you know, before we had this whole, you know, like, okay, we work for money, whereas like, I think there was a point in time like, where people worked for something as simple as that. It's like, you supply the booze, and I will work for you, kind of thing. I know, that probably still exists in the world today. It's just like, probably in a different kind of way. It's just like, help a friend, like, move a bunch of stuff, and he'd be like, as long as I get some free booze out of it, it's okay, pal. I know, that probably happens. Still by the cool evening breeze, despite being so festive just a little while ago, the wind felt good. I leaned on one of the stone guardian dogs at the front of the shrine. I gave my legs a good stretch as I let my mind wander, and suddenly a paper cup filled with barley tea was thrust before me. Keiichi-chan, great work. Here's some tea for you. You're so considerate. Thanks, mate. voice sounded exactly the same, but it felt somehow different. Okay, it's her. I should have known. Keiichi, great work. Here's some tea for you. She didn't appear on screen. I thought it was going to be that old woman. Oh, wait, no, it's... Haha. Wait, It's... Shion. Hey, it's Shion. Don't go giving Mion all the credit. She didn't consider it at all. Don't get us confused, okay? Shion, you little... Now that I've caught you, you're not getting away. It was your mistake, Kei-chan. I never said I was anyone other than Shion. I guess can't argue with that. That's right, you're no match for my older sister, so I can't let you be a match for me either. Anyway, your tea. It's gonna get warm. It's going to get warm? What? Isn't that kind of the point? I know, barley tea. I'm not familiar with different types of tea, to be honest. I can't really imagine tea ever actually being, cold. I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't think that's the case. Whatever. I've just confused myself. Come on, please cheer up. I'm trying to make it up to you with this tea. Well, she did come all the way here to give to me. I guess I'll accept it. I took the cup and downed it in one go. And then suddenly, I heard a loud shout and got stuck in my throat. Which one is it this time? Is it the real Mion? Shion! Why are you hanging out with Kei-chan again? Because unlike you, I'm very considerate. Kei-chan was so sweaty I couldn't leave him alone, so I brought him some tea. By the way, why are you holding 2 cups of tea? Ah, Shion, you are such a troll. Seriously. You did this deliberately again. She's such a bitch, man. Mion's face went bright red, then she tried to hide the paper cups behind her back. Well, There's no way you, such a rough, timid, good sister of mine, would ever briskly bring a male classmate tea, is there? So what are they? What are those 2 cups of tea? Right. I was just so thirsty I figured I'd drink 2. That's so like you. Come on, chug. As Shion let her and Mion down both the cups of tea, one after the other. What a fabulous drink that was. I expected nothing less from you. Kei-chan, you give her a hand too. Wait, suddenly the situation has gotten unbelievable. Mion doesn't usually get manipulated so easily like that. I've known for a while now, but Shion is terrifying. Yeah, you can't hold your own against Shion. I hate her. Lately I hate her even more. Just then I heard the snap of a camera shutter. Oh yeah. There he is again. Good evening. The festival is coming up tomorrow. Thanks for all your hard work setting it up today. Good evening. Oh, Shion-chan. It's quite unusual for you to come here. Oh, hey, it's Tomitake and Takano-san. Good evening. It's been a while, hasn't it? So you're the transfer student I've been hearing about, Keiichi, my lord. Thanks. You really did a bang-up job today. I'm impressed. I feel like I've seen this photographer guy before. Well, yeah. But, there's a different art, doesn't it? Have we met before? I'm glad you remember us. We've passed many times on the road, Keiichi. It's a small village. I'm Tomitake. I'm a freelancing photographer from Tokyo. Then do you recognize me? I'm sorry, but I don't. She's Mio Takano-san. Do you remember when you were at the doctor's office when you still had a cold, Kei-chan? Mio-san is one of the nurses who works there. Call me Takano. I'm pleased to meet you. I wonder if she's squeezed over there like in the shrine storeroom. It's very thoughtful of you. Tomitake's son's being entertained at the Watanagashi twins being in the same place, and he took picture after picture. I've heard about them, but this is the first time I've actually seen a pair of identical twins. Really do look exactly alike.
We're not just alike on the outside, so your underwear matches too.
What?
Yeah, you idiot, what the heck are you doing?
Things have never been as lively as when the two of them are together. I thought they were exactly the same at first, but I've started to get a handle of which one is which. Mion is Mion, and Shion, well, she seems a far better actor than Mion was. In the first place, somebody that should spurn Mion so easily wouldn't have shown much weakness to those large bucket sets or angel walks. If that was the case, then that cowardly behavior from that day was all a complete act.
They were even more alike when they were little. I hear even their parents had a hard time telling which was which.
That's really easy to imagine. I totally understand what they must have gone through. Takano gave me kind of an odd look, but explaining would have been a pain, so I didn't know.
Tomitake, are you going straight back to Tokyo after you get your pictures of the festival?
If though I would rather just take it forever. Silly adult things, that's all.
I hope your photos win a fabulous prize soon. I've been praying for it.
It's just like last time, isn't it? It's like, get some frickin', success for your pictures, Tomitake, eh? Thanks. Next time I come, I'll bring the pictures I took of you all today.
Baro-kun, you did a lot of work today. You must be tired from all the physical labor you're not used to.
Well, tired, but still pretty fun.
Ah, youth, I'm so jealous.
How old is she anyways?
Probably
it's anime art style essentially, but they are Japanese as well, and I'm Japanese, but people of East Asian people have that kind of aging where it's like they could be like middle-aged and still look fairly young. It's just like mind-boggling. It's like, oh, how old are you? You're like 26? You're like, no, I'm actually 40. It's like, fucking hell, how? She's probably in her 30s, I'd imagine, at the very least. She looks like she's in her 20s, but that's probably misleading. She's probably in her 30s or something, I don't know. Though the sad smile of an adult elegance that no one in my circle of friends possess. The wind caught her hair, she gives off an intelligent beauty. Oh, there's Ooishi as well. Oh, why, hello everyone. It seemed like our merry crowd was standing out. This time an overweight older man addressed us. And again, it was someone I thought I knew. If I recall correctly, he's a policeman, isn't he?
Oh, Ooishi-san, good evening. Doing a preliminary security inspection for tomorrow.
Something like that. Oh, if it isn't Tomitake-san. It's certainly been a while. I'm honored you remembered my name, but we have the same voice, more or less. You really do love Hinamizawa, don't you? The apartments around here are far cheaper than the ones in Tokyo. You should just move here and get it over with. I know a realtor I can introduce you to.
That's the thing, really, isn't it? It's like capitals, like really big, important cities. It's like everyone's all like, wow, and like Tokyo does sound all wow, but it doesn't sound like the type of place you'd really want to live in, unless it's in I don't know, because it'd be freaking super expensive. It's like London. It's like everyone has this obsession with London. It's like London's so great, but you wouldn't want to freaking live there, surely not. Freaking rent would be outrageous. And pretty much everything outrageous priced. I appreciate the thought. I'd very much like to follow up on that. Alright, everyone. Have a good year. And Happy New Year to the Sonozaki twins, too. Happy New Year, but it's summer. Or is it one of those cases where it's like celebrating the New Year at a different time of year? I've heard stuff like that, but I don't know. That's probably what it is, maybe. Happy New Year, Detective Ooishi. We appreciate your work. We'd like to end this year's festival with the least amount of inconvenience possible.
That's pretty strict on me.
Detective Ooishi left us with a low laugh and headed off to talk to some police officers standing a ways away. I gave Mion a glance and saw her making an annoyed face as if she were glaring bullets at someone she hated. Yeah, it'd be nice if the police didn't have anything to do during Watanagashi this year.
You like this place too, don't you?
Oh, you mean to say you dislike it, Jiro-san? I quite enjoy such fantastic stories, you know. Especially with the times being so dry and uninteresting.
Curse of Oyashiro-sama.
Curse Tomitake-san used a troubling word. Then suddenly someone tugged on my arm. Keiichi, I'm pretty hungry. Want to go to the tent with the drinks and have some candy and sweets? I'm up for that. I've gotten a little hungry as well. Okay, let's go. A moment later, Shion said some of the Takano and Tomitake that stung my ears and gave me a start. I wonder who will die and who will disappear this year. I pulled back from Mion's grip and stopped abruptly. Shion, what did she just say? Felt like the air around us dried out all of a sudden. Let's go, Keiichi. They're talking about something silly anyway. You still haven't told Keiichi. I make it a point not to spread stories like that. Shion's cold and quiet tone and Mion's harsh voice were quite a contrast. If you remember in Onikakushi, Mion was pretty much the same there as well. Didn't, tell Keiichi about this kind of stuff. Same with Rena. It's just they don't want to tell him about that stuff. Hey, wait, hold on. What are you talking about? If you know something, then tell me. It doesn't feel right being the only one left out, you know. I didn't understand this. Someone explained it to me. Mion didn't seem to be at all willing to grant my request. She squeezed my hand in hers a bit, but when she realized I would hold my ground on this topic, she let go. I'm gonna go to the drinking tent first then. If you don't come soon, Keiichi, there won't be any left for you.
I get it already. I'll be there soon.
Mion left, trotting towards a particularly noisy tent on the other side of the shrine grounds. Before she got there, she stopped and turned back around. I showed no signs of going after her, though, so she ran off. It's clear, just like they don't want him to really, worry about this shit. Remember, I'm not gonna go into any details of what happened in Onikakushi, but if you saw that, you can see why, sort of. It's like, I don't know. We're still in kind of like the territory in the novels where we don't fully understand anything for the most part. It's still all vague.